Please stop telling women that they chose the wrong men when there are men out here pretending to be the right guy.
That's fair, and to those 20% of women who got duped, I'm not sure what happened to that so-called women's intuition, but we'll let you off the hook. But what about the 30% of women out there who had kids with the so-called bad boy, where they knew he wasn't any good, but they were in love with him because he was her type? And what about the 20% of women out there who will have a kid with a man who already has multiple kids and he wasn't taking care of nan one of them? And what about the 10% of women out there who had a baby with a man where she didn't know anything about him? She didn't even know his last name. And what about the 10% of women out there who was having a situationship or a booty call situation with a known loser, but the sex was good, so she took off the condom, got pregnant, said YOLO, kept the baby, and now she's complaining because he's nowhere to be found? And then you have another 10% of women out there who just want a baby and they don't care who the father is until they realize how emotionally, mentally, physically, and financially draining a child is when you don't have any help, and then they start regretting their decision. So let's talk about those women too.
I dated women for 11 years, so when men talk about their expression towards women, I truly understand. And a lot of times I didn't want to talk about this because I didn't want women to call me a pick-me. But then I thought about the women I dated, and women, I wouldn't pick y'all anyway. When I was dating women, I was picking problems. I was picking chaos. Ooh, selfishness. I picked selfishness. It's funny because women really think that they don't have to contribute or bring nothing to the table. Who about to be protected and provided? And you're not doing nothing? So when men express themselves in regards to women, I truly understand. Don't nobody wants to be with a loser girl. Just because you're pretty, that don't mean nothing. Your looks don't mean nothing. Unless you're contributing, helping me build, you don't mean nothing. So I understand where men be coming from. And women, I wouldn't pick y'all either, to be honest.
You can tell those women put her through it. Those was 11 years of hell for this chick. But I love when I see women deal with women and then come back with a clear understanding on what men have been complaining about the whole time. And this is for the most part a Western thing. I do think women in other countries are a little better with this. I'm not saying anybody's perfect, but I do believe this is more of a Western thing where the women over here are primarily useless. Not all of them. Of course, there's some good ones still roaming around, but a lot of these women are useless, man. They don't want to do anything. And if they do it, they're going to complain the whole time while they're doing it. So when I say it's a Western thing, I'm just talking about that part of it. How a lot of women over here, they want a lot, but they offer a little. This is why you'll never see me arguing with the passport bros or dudes who go across seas to find them a girl. Because I do understand women are the same no matter where you go, but at least you get more bang for your buck with those women. You'll get something in return. A lot of these women over here, you get no return on your investment. This is why I can tell if this young lady is not making this up. She really was out there in them streets because the way she's talking, she was dealing with these American women, these modern women. That's who it sounds like ran her through the mud. But either way, if she stays in America and she still wants to date, she's gonna have to do the same thing a lot of us men are doing. You're gonna have to get a shovel, get out there and dig through a lot of garbage to find you something good, because those good women do not grow on trees. So good luck out there.
Okay, PSA to you gentlemen, okay? If you see me like out in public and I'm like in the middle of doing a transaction and you see that I'm about to pay for something, and 9 times out of 10, I'd already seen you look at me and I already can kind of tell you're probably attracted to me. So if I see that way before I pay for something, and then I'm physically paying for something and I notice that you are purposely avoiding watching me paying for that something, right? But as soon as I pay for that, you decide to try to talk to me, it's going to be a no. You heard that? No. You just watch me pay for my and then decide to talk to me. Don't talk to me. You're not my type. I am not interested at all. If you want to talk to me after you saw me swipe that card, reimburse me or butt in and be like, hey, I'll take care of it. Now all eyes on you.
I know this isn't all women, but you gotta understand that there are a lot of women out there who thinks this is normal, because this isn't the first video I've heard of something like this, and this won't be the last. I want y'all to really understand what this lady is saying. If a man is out somewhere and he looks in her direction, he might just be looking in her direction because that is where the cookies are. Just because he looked in her direction, if for whatever reason he ends up in the same line as her, and when she goes to pay for her food, because he didn't jump in to offer to pay for it, remember, he knows nothing about this chick, but because he didn't offer to pay for it, he has no chance with her whatsoever. No chance. So she just eliminated this man because he looked in her direction. Now the question I have is, what is the limit to this? So if the same scenario happened and you were in like an Apple store or something, and I see this woman who I think is attractive, but she's about to pay for a $2,000 iPhone, because I don't offer to pay for that iPhone, I'm no good? Out of all of the stuff that has changed over the years, this to me has to be the wildest. That there are women out there who really believe just Just because you're interested in talking to them, whatever they're buying in that moment is on you. The lady said you need to either reimburse me or you should have jumped in there and said, no, I got it. Remember, you know nothing about this girl. You don't know if she has a boyfriend. You don't know if she's married. You don't know if she's gay. You know nothing about this woman, but she wants you to offer to pay for her groceries. We don't even know how much the groceries were. It could have been $10. Doesn't even matter though. Why would any man be obligated to do that? It just blows my mind at how damaged some of these women are, because what she's saying is ridiculous. And if you're a woman and you agree with this, you are ridiculous too. And if you know it or not, you women are the pea that is in the dating pool. Now, I don't know how many of you fellas out there got sons, but I think this is a good listen. So check this video out. We'll come back and talk about it.
You looking at me like I'm not your daddy. Let me talk first. What you got to get off your chest?
You just can't open up to me like I'm your son.
Open up to you?
Yeah.
Man, you ain't soft. I don't do all that. You know, I've been through too much to be opening up. What I need to open up for? I got a house for you. I take care of you. What else you need?
But like, I need you to like give me guidance and show me the way.
Toughen up.
But still though, even if you don't do that, like you can still talk to your son.
Like what? What you want me to say to you,
Like,
man?
check on me. See how I'm doing every day.
You got clothes, you clean. What else I need to do?
All these clothes and stuff don't mean nothing. Like, truth, I can be hurting on the inside, but put a smile on the outside. Like, even though we in the same house, it's like you're not there.
Like, you ain't a man. How I'm gonna conversate with you?
But I'm going to be a man, though. That's the thing. And I need you to tell me what to do and what not to do.
I ain't had nobody to sit me down. I grew up in a different time. I need you to tell me, son, from your heart, tell me what you need to talk about.
Whenever I talk to you, just get more into it instead of just giving me like a one-word response. Like, keep feeding into it. Like, put your energy into it and just like keep it 100. Like, don't try to push it to the side, act like something else important than your son talking to you.
But let me say this to you, son. What if your dad don't know how to do that? Your dad probably coming about the age me and my good friend. They didn't let us be emotional. When our friends got hurt, they told us suck it up and keep going. Our mothers sometimes told us act like a man and we was a little boy. What if they've been telling your dad since he was a little boy to be a man and now he trying to talk to you? He don't know. Just give him some grace. Try to work with him. All right?
Now, I don't have a son, but I do have a grandson, and I want him to be able to come and talk to me about whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. Come talk to me, and I'll sit down and chop it up with you, because I don't want him to feel like he's out there trying to figure it out by himself, just like a lot of us did. Because as a young boy, especially a young black boy, it is tough out there trying to navigate the world. It is so much out there, so many traps set for you. So if you're the one person in his life that he feels he should be able to come to, you got to give him the space to do that. The same way we want to be able to talk to our women without feeling a certain type of way, he want to be able to come and talk to us without feeling a certain type of way. Now, of course, he can go talk to his mother, but we all know they just don't have the answers because they've never been in our shoes. Now, I do agree with the guy talking to the kid. Your father was probably never taught how to do this. Most men who grew up back in the day, we weren't taught that. No one sat us down and said, this is how you communicate or this is how you handle your feelings. We were just taught to suck it up and be a man. And even though I agree with that to some point, there is a part of me where I wish there were a little bit more of this. Somebody to sit down and say, you're becoming a man, but this is also part of being a man. Having that side of you as well. So I do agree with him when he said you want to give your father grace, but I also think the fathers, grandfathers, uncles, whoever who were raised like this need to do the work to be able to see the other side as well. We can't just put it on our sons to be understanding. We have to be understanding too. Talk to your boy, give him the guidance. If he comes to you and he's dealing with something, give him your ear and let him talk to you. Let him vent to you. And like he said, you don't just got to give him one word answers. Communicate with him. And that's all that little boy is asking for. I love that this man is holding this type of seminar for these young men, because a lot of these young men feel the same way as this young man. So I love that he's doing this for them and giving them a platform so they can start having better understanding about what's going on. But I like the video. I like what they're doing. Leave your thoughts on it. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.